so long. Oh, it says you're alive.
Welcome to Pillage Overload.
Hey!
Happy Halloween.
Ahoy, ye pre-Halloween pirates. Well, we got to be pre-Halloween because we want to enjoy Halloween. We kind of can't be doing a live stream and enjoying the fruits of being pirates.
All right. Why don't you come over here and talk to him?
I am doing what I normally do every week.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are we doing? Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloweeny. I really despise how they changed the freaking app. Ah.
Yeah, they do that.
You get something really good going and then things change and then you're like, how does this work? I can't find my own live right now. What the hell? Oh, I know where I can find the own live. I can go into Lashing and says that we are alive right now, I think.
She's trying to guess, and it's not working.
I'm trying to guess so I can see what you fine pirates are saying. But they changed the app. And, of course, every time something changes, I'm lost. I'm so lost.
Because we got to see how good we look. We can't,
YouTube.
We can't go without
now
that.
Live on your channel. See, I ring the bell for my own.
Yeah, see, that works.
I ring the bell for my own.
Yeah. And
all right, works. And it works. Okay. All right. Hi. Hey, Dawn. Hi, sis. Hi, Tess. Glenn. I do the same thing. I know they freaking keep changing this stuff.
Again, welcome to Pillage.
Welcome to Pillage Overload.
The Halloween edition.
The Halloweeny.
The Monday.
Thank you.
Monday night.
It's the pre-smoke out. It's the pre-smoke out. Because if I give him the opportunity, we're going to be smoked out. And when we're smoked out, means the smoke detectors are going to go off. And I'm going to kill him because he's going to freak out my dogs. Our dogs. The dogs.
Oh, we look fabulous.
You look fabulous. You love that? See, I told you the extra.
I'm green.
And so it starts.
The games
begin. So happy Halloweeny! We love you guys being here. Definitely special time tonight, 8 o'clock, because it's Halloween episode. And actually, to kind of kick it off, this is smoke. Trust me, there's gonna be plenty of that coming out. Unfortunately, this is so sad. It's the last night of #DrinkMoreRum.
Yeah.
So if you guys,
we're not doing one for next week because next
week we're in Cedar Key. So if you guys watched us last week, he drew Bahama Mama, and hold on, I got to explain to Bahama Mama.
Go through what's in the drink.
See, this is where he put the pineapple tiblets. It's from Nassau. So appropriate. Nassau has an enormous cruise ship and hotel industry. We went there for a convention recently and were pleasantly surprised with the hospitality and professionalism shown up. The island is just a short hop from Miami. Yeah, it's not really that short of a hop. Imparts Caribbean flair without the long hours of travel and change of planes. Shake all ingredients well. Serve in a frosted glass over crushed ice. So the Bahama is 1 ounce of rum, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, lemon, crushed ice, an ounce of cherry brandy, which we made.
We did.
It got a little bit creative. Orange juice and powdered sugar. That's the one that was really weird on this one. But this is episode 9, last one, #DrinkMoreRum from season 9. So bottoms up. And that is the best one so far this season.
That's pretty good.
Yes, a classic fave.
This.
Oh yeah. No awful faces with this one.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Want some more rum.
All right. So here we are.
Prost, huzzah. Yes, cheers. Cheers to our last episode in Port Brusso before we travel. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I really don't know if I'm coming or going anymore. It's been more rum, please. Hi, Chad. Hi. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I'm going to be going in 3 days. I'm coming from yesterday, and I was going 2 days before that. Shut up.
Sounds like a good
As soon as
weekend.
the words came out of my mouth,
Yeah.
I'm like,
You know better.
are you listening to the
Come
words
on.
that are coming out of my mouth? Apparently you are. So the our fun skull pitcher is gonna have to rest a little bit. We were talking that we might do some more of these because I mean, look at there's a bunch more.
Yeah.
There's a bunch more. Oh shit! Drink down, drink down.
There's a bunch less now.
There's a bunch less. And I also got a deck of cards when I was in Flagler Beach of rum, and they're all rum recipes. So we might have a little fun in the off season and throw some little shorts, YouTube, TikTok, the thing kids do nowadays of the different drinks that we want to enjoy. But as Bal said, next week, evening, Sunny boy. Oh my, says Damon. Oh my.
We have a full house tonight.
We do have a full house. What Ballas was saying is next week, it's this week. Hey, shocker. It's this week. This Saturday,
November 4th.
I told you, I don't know what color you're going.
High noon.
East Coast Standard Time.
If you ring the bell.
Oh, that bell. Yeah, the bell at the bottom.
The bell.
The one at the bottom.
On YouTube. That
By
bell,
our description, ring the bell. Like, love, hello.
And Lashing just tested it, so we know it works.
Yeah, because that's how I get to it. Because apparently that's how I'm going to find it now moving forward because it's
because we're so good at this.
They changed it. It's not my fault. I got to keep the paper away from that. He made it set nice and dark, so I have a little bit more light over here. Yes, this
Halloween.
This weekend, Saturday, November 4th.
Yes.
We are doing our live at Cedar Key, and we're going to do our giveaway for our 100th episode and a little bitty treasure box that Ballas is going to made. So it'll be a Parlay box, and in that box they're going to have some small pirate business goodies. We're going to have something we got the eye patch from Captain J. Tucci. I have a hat pin from Octopod. We're going to have a cockade in there, so you can use the hat pin for the cockade.
All kinds of goodies.
We'll have a local author book in there. Also, probably do a little bit of shopping when we're down there. Get some Cedar Key souvenirs, so support Cedar Key down there. And that is going to be for everybody who is amongst if you're signed up for our newsletter.
Yep. If you're subscribed to our newsletter, you are entered in this contest.
I am going to print every subscriber who receives our newsletter who is not unsubscribed. You got to still be subscribed. And we will draw your name Saturday live, and I will ship you the box. We will ship you the box.
We will.
Oh, and then we Parlay and stickers too.
It's a we thing.
What time? Yes, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that. What time are you looking to stream? We're going to be streaming at noon. At noon on Saturday because we'll be finishing firing cannons at 11:30, and we'll be right before the Ancient City Sirens at 1 p.m. So at noon, we are going to be
there
living.
Swear.
I have a shot of rum. With our shipmates.
There's going to be a lot of that going on.
I swear I have not really been drinking much today. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I am doing today. It's been
on this day
today. So in the 2-week time span, actually it's going to be more than 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks almost, 15 days, 16 days. So in 15 and 16 days ish, I've only been home full days. Three full days in 15 days.
Hi, honey. It's good to see you.
I said
welcome
full.
To the show.
I said full. You've seen me partially.
Well, yeah.
And you saw me all weekend. I just wasn't in the house.
You're here now, so I'm just making sure I say hi.
Hi. I was in Detroit last week for a work conference and got to do a ghost haunt tour, which, shocker, it's pre-Halloween episode, so we're going to talk about ghost stories tonight.
Yes. Because, Halloween and smoke.
And hopefully I won't knock his ass out before the end of the night.
I'll be good tonight. It's
Yeah.
only every, couple minutes.
I do not want another, like, hi, bye, ta. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go onto our YouTube channel and look for the Halloween smoke out. It's not that hard to miss.
You'll see
It's
how bad I
the
did.
thumbnail
I was a bad
is
boy a
a
couple years
red
ago.
smoked out of the set.
Yes.
Partial viewing.
It was bad.
Yes, partial viewing.
You could barely see the back wall. It was that bad. Yeah.
So I got to do a really cool ghost walk in Detroit. It was new. You really didn't think anything about ghosts in Detroit. And it was pretty neat because that's what we want to do tonight for our theme. And then, you should try to do live. Sorry, I got to rotate because the heart's in the way. Live taste testing authentic pirate recipes. That's scary.
Yeah, authentic pirate recipes.
I'll do it. I will do it.
Hey, we don't have a problem doing it. Just
Dawn said that.
Authentic pirate recipes
are awful.
Kind of
suck.
They kind of suck.
I will wait a minute. So just add rum does have some cooking recipes in there. I do want to try. So I have talked about.
There's a couple that are
decent. I'll do it.
We could do it.
I'll do it.
Stay tuned next season, or maybe we'll do a couple shorts over the winter. And
they'll never know. They're gonna know. They'll never know.
The first one we got to do is hot butter rum. I'll do that.
That's another drink recipe. We're talking about food.
Oh, food.
Food.
I thought we were talking drink recipes. Sorry.
No, well, I thought that pirate recipes. Well, drink pirate recipes aren't that. That's how Rattle Skull is actually a drink, and that's how the pub came. It was Rattle Skull Pub.
It is.
It was a couple years. Whoa! It was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I have to remember. We've been doing this now. We're on our 20, 21, 22. Yeah, we're on our 4th year. 9th season, 4th year.
It was year before last.
Yeah, it was.
It was 2 years ago. Back when we were still doing it in Smoke and Bacon.
Yeah. And we were actually doing it on the back porch.
We actually did a survey, and we put out a couple different names, and Rattle Skull Pub was one of them.
Rattle Skull for being late, says Jesse. You're not late. You're just fashionably on time.
Well, I know Jesse probably voted on.
I think he did.
And that
Rattle Skull it's basically a grog. It's all the mixed.
It's actually the name of a drink.
Yeah, it's mixed mash of all the liquor that were left. They kind of just overpour, and you think about Rattle Skull, just massive hangover.
Yeah,
which we don't do.
Pretty much describes your.
Some
situation.
of us are more professional than others.
It describes your situation the next morning after you drink the concoction that they put together for you the night before.
But on a Dawn's note, I definitely want to I have been talking about doing some quick food. I love to cook.
Yeah.
I love to cook. And when Ballast was doing Man Cave on Smoke and Bacon, we did a couple cooking stuff. So I'd like to do another cooking thing. And I like to do it on 18th century cooking.
We actually made bangers and mash, which is another 18th century meal.
It's a Scottish, Irish, English time for that. That was one of their, because it's potatoes, meat and potatoes type of thing.
It's an easy
and
one.
Beans,
which is why we.
Ahoy, Scarlett, lady, we'll be seeing you shortly. So there we go. Yeah. So
drink good.
Still traveling, still moving.
Things are happening.
We are moving the Cedar Key. Like our asses are making our shipwreck stew this weekend. Yes, I will bring shipwreck stew. I'm bringing
my house down there because
we might as well just do it at like the Georgia-Florida border with as much as we're gonna be traveling down there in the next year. Probably.
I'm not complaining.
I know you're not complaining. My wallet will be complaining.
Anyway,
I will make shipwreck stew. It's probably one of my favorite things that Chaos, who hopefully we'll be seeing this weekend too, does. So, but I'll share my crew stew if you share your shipwreck stew. Hell yeah, absolutely.
Of course.
That's what pirate families for. And hopefully we'll have a bunch of people there Saturday joining us. We're going to have a bunch of order members there, and we're inviting a bunch of our pirate friends to come join us during the live. We still kind of need to figure out the outline for what topics are to kind of not make you guys watching us go freaking crazy. So yay, Chaos will be there. So live, we're inviting all of our pirate friends, family to come online and just watch the show with us while we're doing our giveaway. I'm probably going to ask Lady Red to draw because she did it for the order for September 19th. When
she's like the designated person.
She's going to be the designated draw person. Because Henry Yamada won the $100 gift card from Parlay 8. So if you're watching, Henry, whenever, just email us.
If you ever see this,
let us know.
Contact us.
I hope he sees this. We want everybody to see this.
We want to.
We want everybody to see this.
That's the idea.
That is the idea.
That's why we do it.
We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't want to be seen. You can't see me. John Cena. I was actually watching a bunch of stuff with
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out the orientation of my phone. Okay, 8:17. I'm just keeping track of the time. Definitely, yes. Yeah, and I am finishing somebody's special vest before we get down there. Dude, I'm loving the fabric, by the way. It's gonna look really great.
Yes.
But bringing stuff, as always, to I do with events. I need to move this a little bit more because the glow is in my face. You warned me about that. So tonight's episode, what else?
Turn on fire.
No, we don't want to do that. So episode 9 tonight, season finale Saturday, and then we are going to be off for the rest of the year.
Gotta tell you about that because.
But we are
take breaks every once in a while.
We need breaks because this jaw slacking stuff is like. But we are going to come back for season 10. We definitely decide we're going to do it again. We're having a lot of fun with this. We got to come up with some new topics, though. Maybe we'll have some guests next season because we haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, maybe we can focus on that.
It
gets harder and harder to come up with topics for Golden Age piracy.
Keep you guys interested.
Keep it fresh.
Ghost stories. That is tonight. Don't worry, we'll get to that.
We got ghosts. We got smoke too. Oh.
Season 10. We'll start probably second week of January is what we're thinking. So after get through the holidays, after the beginning of the year, we'll start season 10. 10 to 12 episodes. We haven't decided about that. I think it's so damn loud. But we're gonna be done before Yorktown when the pirating season starts. So kind of our in between for that. Ghost stories. We're gonna talk ghost stories tonight.
Yeah.
So before we jump into the stories that we picked, the story I picked, we're gonna start with the story. And I want to know how many of you guys had heard this story when we get started. But I did want to point out some of the books that I was kind of reading through when we were trying to figure out what we want to talk about. Because we're in Virginia, I got the Ghosts of Williamsburg and nearby environments. Obviously, 18th century superstition, Charlottesville and Lynchburg, Virginia, more Virginia, shipwrecks, sea stories, and legends of the Delaware coast. Because shipwrecks, how could you not have ghost stories? And actually, this one, my dad just got me. It's called Pirates, Ghosts, and Coastal Lore: The Best of Judge Woodby, Charles Henry Woodby. I got a couple books from him. I started reading it. I was reading through some of them on here, but it was kind of hard to get through it because he's going through the full history, and then his little bitty bit is about the ghost story.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's mostly the history of
which is legit.
Why it's a ghost story.
It's legit. It's legit. Like Blackbeard. It went through the whole thing about Blackbeard. How the story was is he had his head chopped off. He swam around the Ranger. Was it the Ranger or Lady Jane? So swam around there 3 days, and then
the ship
then sank. And then just because, and I really haven't gotten into this too much.
It's just weird.
It's just weird. And I found it totally appropriate for Halloween. And I got it a couple, me and Lindsay go to Second and Charles is a secondhand store. It's called The Code of the Zombie Pirate. It's basically how to be a zombie pirate.
Yeah.
Zombies, it's called Zombies of the Caribbean, are the ultimate pirates. And you too can live or die under the code. Here are the secrets to selecting, customizing, and managing a motley crew of pirates. I forgot how this was. Ready? Pirate come zombies. Yeah, you heard that right.
Just smoke that out.
Here you'll learn how to live a life of plunder and adventure on the high seas and much more, including there's a bunch of pirate stuff. Yeah, zombies.
Yeah.
The benefits of zombie pirates over, say, regular pirates and regular zombies. What's in a nickname? A lot, so picking one for your ship is seriously. But we all know, as pirates, you cannot pick your own nickname.
Not allowed.
So, I'm not gonna scare you guys off with this one, but it's one of the ones that I thought was fun. And I've glanced through this and I've had the biggest eye roll. I've almost given myself a migraine.
Giving yourself a headache.
Giving myself a migraine. So
I've had that happen before.
Well, that's what happens when Mr. Willis goes wah 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 wah. Are you on, Mr. Willis? Mr. Willis.
I'm gonna guess that's a no.
No, he's not coming on just yet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got Chad's laughing.
Not unless I message him and tell him we're live.
Hey, he's the one that pointed out 8 p.m. when I commented on it. 8 p.m. Yes, folks, 8 p.m.
That's when I'll be asleep by. 8 p.m.
Actually, 8 p.m. is so much better than 7:30. I didn't feel like I was running around when I got home from work. Story. So we picked 4 stories.
Ghost lore.
Ghost lore. We picked 4. He's got the. I'm doing. You don't want to. Okay, we're not gonna go that far. I'm just gonna start. Okay.
What you got?
I got you.
Tell him what it is.
Yeah, 8 p.m.
And then
you
go
think
with
he
it.
would survive Eastern time, right?
Yeah. He doesn't know. It's 8 p.m. Willis time.
8 p.m. Willis time. That's like 10.
Yeah,
it's restart. No, midnight is restart for him.
It's
anyway.
Drink time.
Late lunch, 8 p.m. Willis time. Tesco's Willis time. So I want to know, for the 12 people who are on watching, I got a handful of who are talking. Who heard the story of the woman who married the ghost? The pirate ghost.
Tell us if you've heard of this.
The pirate ghost.
Because I had heard of it. I knew about it.
This was back in 2016. So that was 7 years ago now. 7 years ago. Tess, what? No. Tess did not hear this story. Ooh. Jesse says sound familiar. So
it's a thing.
Scarlett heard.
It was a thing.
2016. A woman named Amanda Large. I'm not making this up.
That is actually her name.
The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. No. It's Ghost and Teague. Ghost. See, now you got me curious. You're good, Scarlett. I get it. You're prepping before the event. Ballast was doing that today, packing the truck and everything. Ghost and Mrs. Muir, Muir. That's one I have not heard. And I don't have a pen to take notes on it, but I will have to make sure I check back on that. So, in 2016, Amanda Large was a 45-year-old Jack Sparrow impersonator. Yeah, Captain Teague. She began to impersonate Jack Sparrow in 2015, apparently supplement her her income, but she was from Northern Ireland. Okay, old movie. The TV show in the late 60s, early 70s. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel young. I'm just a baby. And you're the jar of dirt.
I got a jar of dirt. All right, so
I'm wetting my whistle. So the woman's from Northern Ireland. Her name's Amanda Large. She actually went by Amanda Sparrow. It's Sparrow toddler. I am not toddler. I'm just the baby. Amanda Sparrow Large, because she did the impersonation of Jack Sparrow to make extra money. And I guess she lost her son when he was a toddler and got into the spiritual seances and was doing New Age and Wicca and all that, which was very interesting.
How sweet.
How she got into that. But she said that she wed a 300-year-old pirate ghost named Jack Teague. So first off, Let's just think of the name.
I wonder where
Jack-
she got that from.
Jack Teague. The couple wed in a private ceremony on a boat in the international waters off of Ireland. So the marriage was completely legal.
Keep in mind, this is a
ghost, right? She hired a medium for the ceremony so Jack could say "I do" to make the union official on paper. And since he couldn't put a ring on it, she held a candle and the ring was placed on that. Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
So the candle symbolized Jack. It gets weirder. It gets weirder. Okay. So at the beginning of the relationship, which was ironically right after she started pretending to be Jack Sparrow in 2015. Yes. The things make go. At the beginning of the relationship, after she communicated with this ghost for several months, Teague said, because at this point, this is an interview by her.
He's quite the talker.
No, I didn't change this. It was actually Amanda. Amanda said she became convinced he was Jack Teague, who she later claimed had inspired the character of Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just take a moment to pause and reflect the idiocracy of this one. What does she do with said candle, aka Jack? You said it, I didn't. The imagination it gets better. But wait, there's more.
So we ain't done yet.
She even had a picture of Jack Sparrow with her during the wedding in her wedding dress. So she took her wedding pictures with the image of Jack Sparrow, who supposedly was representing Jack Teague.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course,
a special breed.
Yeah. Her father refused to go. Apparently, did the wedding on the water to make it legal, and then they did a hand fasting in Ireland. Her father refused to do any of this. Her mother went to the hand fasting, didn't understand anything about what's happening on the boat, but her father was like, "You're batshit crazy." Busting out the popcorn, right? And so you sit here just like, it's story time. Let's watch the shit show before us. There's people out there that are fucking weirder than us. So after she met her future spirit husband in 2015, she said that the pair would go to Dublin for romantic getaways, argue, and have sex like any other couple.
Mm-hmm. Just
can we
take that all in? Because that's special.
Figment of my imagination here. One-handed bandit, the stranger. Is that what we're doing?
She sat on her hand.
She sat on her hand, became the stranger. Is that what we're doing here? Fucking crazy.
That's funny.
So it gets better. 2 weeks.
There's still more.
Oh, there's still more. 2 weeks. Not one. Not a year.
Smoke.
Not a month. 2 weeks. That's 14 days, people. That's what I was just saying. In the time span of like 2 weeks, I've only been home full for 3 days. 2 weeks. The 2 weeks of that.
Mm-hmm.
Did she turn around and said, we're done.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks after she got married, she said that she encountered serious health problems and became convinced her husband was causing her ailments.
Mm-hmm.
Because, he's poisoning her or something.
Party's over.
She said she asked Jack to leave, but he told her he would kill her if she tried to escape him. So she cut ties with Jack anyway. In December, went through a soul extraction, which is similar to an exorcism performed by a self-described shaman. Eventually, Jack left and her health dramatically improved. How about your mental health? What a nutbag. So and then recently they went back and talked to her, like in 2021. I actually didn't pay attention if it was before COVID or after COVID, because if it was after COVID, it probably would make more sense. After COVID, no, I don't know. But in 2021,
well,
same
thing.
She got interviewed with the Irish Mirror, and basically made headlines again, admitted that her relationship with the ghost was all a publicity stunt. But it wasn't a publicity stunt on the whole relationship. The marriage, she said was a publicity stunt. She said that she insisted her relationship with the pirate was very much real. We loved each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The wedding itself was a farce. And this is what she said from quote, quit banging ghosts for better mental health. And this is what I'm reading this verbatim from quotes from the article by the Irish Mirror. I have participated in sexual activity with the spirit. Yes. What I said before was that the wedding was a publicity stunt, but sexual relations with the spirit is quite common in paganism. Many pagans have sex with spirits, but they don't marry them. So marrying the spirit was for publicity, but the wedding...
That's where she went wrong.
Did happen.
She married the spirit.
So, but the other thing with the whole, and I don't think I have it on here, was that she said, no, we don't. I know, Tess, I know.
The sex with the spirit must have been really good.
Because
she married the spirit.
Well, the whole paganism and pagans and all that crap. It's just like when she started talking about being new age and all that, it was just like, boom! What the hell are you talking about, woman? Ghosts with benefits.
Nice.
So she claimed that Jack Teague was a real pirate and that Jack Sparrow in the movie, the writers in the movie were influenced Jack Teague. Well, if anybody watches the movies, know that Jack Sparrow's dad is Edward Teague. I mean, it's not a far jump here. Jack Sparrow, yeah. Jack Teague. So no wonder why she had a picture of Jack Sparrow at her wedding and was saying that. And there are professors and everything. People, I mean, who would be equivalent to Duffy in this? You know,
to Duffy?
Duffy's big on Blackbeard and all that stuff.
Wow.
So whoever is equivalent to any of this is probably rolling around like wanting to go and stick a hot poker in their head. Because she's claiming that this is the influence. And there are no records, absolutely no records of supposedly a Jack Teague, Edward Teague, or any Teague. There is a Blackbeard Edward Teach, which is probably where Edward Teague came from, but they changed it to Teague instead of Teach for the movie for the benefits of Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And so, my friends, have we learned a lesson tonight about ghosts and marriage? Sounds like she married a candle, but it was a meltdown.
Who said that?
And so he ghosted her. Chad said the meltdown. Juan said he ghosted her.
You guys are on point tonight. I like it.
I love it. So yes, when we started talking about Halloween, I'm sorry, I had to pick a ghost story that wasn't terrifying. Actually, it might be. Depends on what side you're looking at it from.
Depends on who you are in this relationship.
He saw right through her.
Saw right through her shit.
Hey, Brownie. Yeah, birth control.
Keep them jokes coming. I like it.
He was shooting blanks. So yeah, my story wasn't. I mean, it's like I said, it's scary. It depends on what you're talking about, but it was. I remember hearing that story, and I started researching it, and I found that, and I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. That
it was too good not to use.
And honestly, I had originally thought it was somebody who was marrying Edward Teach. I didn't realize it was Jack Teague, and I thought it was here in the Outer Banks near the adventure and all that stuff. So yeah. I was very interested to find out it was actually overseas.
And you guys did not disappoint with comments.
Comments. I love it. All of it. Stealing it. Hot poker. Oh, I just saw that one. Goes with benefits. Hot poker. Damn it. So that's my highlight story, the funny one, but he's going to talk one that's more in time period with what we do with the Golden Age piracy. And I found history-wise that we found is very, very
I gotta
interesting.
put on my old man
And you also got to
glasses.
talk. Remember, you got to talk about Davy Jones too with this one.
Yes. Are we gonna start with the Mary Select? I got the Mary. Which one? What?
You Flying Dutchman first. This
Oh,
one's kind
okay.
of bleh. I want the
All
good
right.
ones first.
So yeah, we all know.
We
Of
did
course,
research.
we've been talking Pirates of the Caribbean, and everybody knows of the Flying Dutchman
Mhm.
from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Keeping with that theme, even though this one's a little bit more
They
believable.
kind of stole that from history, and it didn't have a big tentacly guy.
It was aliens.
That guy was made up, but
Giorgio.
yeah. Actually, this story goes pretty far back. It's it's been around for hundreds of years. So
Goes back all the way to Golden Age piracy. That's why they talk about it.
the story of the Flying Dutchman. The ship was once lost in a bad storm, and so the captain made a deal with the devil. And after that, the Flying Dutchman became doomed to sail the seas for all eternity.
And if you watch the movies, he must always have a captain.
Yes.
The Dutchman must have a captain.
So, according to this, most people think of the story of the Flying Dutchman isn't real. In fact, there is no proof of the ship ever existed. But people have reported sightings of the Flying Dutchman all over the world, usually seen during a powerful storm, glowing with a ghostly light. And a lot of
it's a ghostly light.
There's actually a certain type of mirage that makes ships look like they're floating, which is partially probably where the Flying Dutchman part of this came from.
I'm pretty sure they did this on Mythbusters.
They did, yeah. There's a lot of accounts of the Flying Dutchman.
Oops.
According to this, early written accounts of the Flying Dutchman are dated to the 18th century, and alleged sightings of the otherworldly vessel
today
were reported through most of the 19th and 20th century also. The first printed reference was in travels in various parts of Europe, Asia, and Africa during a series of 30 years and upward.
Why are the books and all back then are
like
with
the titles of books back then?
Like
they got like
a
whole
paragraph
of the book title. That was published in 1790.
So we're talking at least 1790. Was there sorry, go on. My bad.
That whatever title I just read, because I'm not reading it again. In the book, quote, is the weather was so stormy that the sailors said they saw the Flying Dutchman. The common story is that the Dutchman came to the Cape in distress of weather, wanted to get into the harbor, but could not get a pilot to conduct her and was lost. And ever since, in very bad weather, her vision appears. So,
we had a couple comments. Jesse, well, obviously, Jesse's asking me if we were trying to set the alarms off. No.
We're not trying to set the alarms off.
It looks thick. It's all an illusion. It's an illusion.
We're mediating.
We're trying to. Brownie says it's even more pronounced at sunset. He thinks it gives it that glow, which makes sense. And then Damon says he's seen the floating ship in the Bermuda Triangle. Of course, the Bermuda Triangle. It's a crazy illusion. What he was referring to is just with the reflection and the heat on the water and refraction.
Yes, it's
science.
What they call a mirage.
It's science.
And it's a certain type of you have to have the certain type of weather conditions for it to be very pronounced. But you can Google it. There's a lot of pictures of it on the interwebs. This one is talking about a very famous sighting of the Flying Dutchman in 1881.
Is that the
don't forget
HM
what?
So the second book it was written in was mentioned in was 1795, and there's actually those are the 2 years of the paintings. There's actually paintings that they did
Yeah.
1860s and 1887, and both of them were titled Flying Dutchman.
Yes.
And you look at them, you see where Disney
And-
kind of got their influence from the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, it's actually Disney actually
Reflection.
based their Flying Dutchman off of a Dutch ship, which were the type of ship that it is was actually a real ship. The design and everything. They obviously took liberties with the front end of it. And,
I really think they used some of the paintings because the paintings took liberty of what they thought of the ships.
Yeah, the window design and the cabin design in the back were all based off of real ships at the time. But yeah, obviously they took some liberties. So beyond the paintings, the most famous sighting of the Flying Dutchman was reported by the HMS. I'm going to say this, Bacante crew members.
Yeah, I was struggling to read that one too. Bacante. David Jones' Locker. He's going to get to that. He'll get to David Jones' Locker next.
So perhaps one of the most prominent reports was made by Prince George, the future king, George V, as he was completing a 3-year-long journey in his youth, accompanied by his elder brothers, Prince Albert, Victor, known as David, the future King Edward VIII.
But his name was David. That's the part that kills me.
They get to pick their names when they become king.
I don't like my name. I'm changing it. Yes. Because I'm king.
They can do that. The Log of the Royals dates the event of seeing the Flying Dutchman on July 11th, 1881. The occurrence reportedly happened off the Australian coast amid the Bass Straits in between Melbourne and Sydney. As described in the log, the phantom ship appears in an unusual glowing red light. As the ship of Prince George approached the place where the mysterious vessel was supposed to be, there was no trace left of it in any direction. Although the night was clear and the sea was at peace. So, anyway.
I thought it was cool that a king, like, first off, if he had the king and future king, and they have that in the records and it came out, I mean, it'd be like, the government saying we don't see aliens in Tic Tacs. But what about
I have to actually look up Davy Jones' Locker.
You got to go back to what you were at. So Davy Jones' Locker, he was also talking about. Did you save it?
No, I didn't.
What?
Give me a second. Talk about something.
All right. Well, while he's digging up Davy Jones' Locker, I'll talk about William Kidd, because we've been talking about William Kidd. We talked about a couple episodes with him early in the season, actually. Episode 2 and 3. Well, y'all know that he buried treasure. We know he buried treasure because he said he buried treasure in New York. They found it because he was hoping to save his neck on it, and he tried to do the same shit in England. And then no, we don't believe you. I think Rome was involved for the kings. Maybe. They had their ration that day. So in one of the famous stories, 2 men discovered a chest on Liberty Island or New York City. Sergeant Gibbs and a private carpenter. The guy's name was Carpenter, not he was a carpenter. They were assigned to the fort in 1825. And he and a companion sought to find the buried treasure from Captain Kidd. It's been very, very popular that they have a lot of ghost hunts down there to try to find the treasure. I mean, you go watch all this stuff from Destination Unknown and Expedition Unknown. So they found a treasure box, but before they can open it up, the ghost of the dead pirate rose from its grave next to the treasure chest to cause them to faint. Both swore to have seen a demonic figure rise from the soul.
Rise, ghostly figure.
Breathe sulfuric flames. Give me flames. Give me flames.
I give you smoke. That's all you get.
and glide into the ground in a menacing fashion. Oh! I'm not going to go in the ground. Both swore it was the specter of a dead irate, disturbed, or digging, and hell-bent on protecting the treasure. When they tried to open it, the ghost of Captain Kidd rose from the ground and frightened them off. They were so scared that they never went back. And there's another part of that, but I'll let you do that one first.
All right, so
we love good stories.
I'm getting my info from a blurb on Wikipedia. I know.
We get some of our stuff. We'll vet it out.
We all
later.
have our opinions on Wikipedia, but this one comes from W. Pinkerton.
Oh, I know that name.
And it's from Notes and Queries, Volume 3, number 86, page 478.
So we got a direct site.
We have a direct
I'll take it.
Reference. Quote, during many years of seafaring life, I have frequently considered the origins of this phrase, Davy Jones' locker, and have now arrived at the conclusion that it is derived from the scriptural account of the prophet Jonah.
Oh, that's interesting.
The word locker on board of a ship generally means the place where particular things are retained or kept, as bread locker, shot locker, chain locker.
Gun locker?
In the scribe ode in the second chapter of the book of Jonah, we find the prophet praying for deliverance.
Pray for me now! Sorry.
Described his situation in the following words. In the midst of the seas, and the flood compassed me about.
It humped you?
Compassed.
Oh, compass. Sorry. Encompassed. Sorry. You said sorry. I'm sorry. Continue story.
Let me start over.
No,
in the midst of the seas, and the flood compassed me about, and the depth closed me round about, and the earth with her bars was abound me.
Encompassed.
The sea then might not be misappropriately termed by the rude manner Jonah's locker, that is, the place where Jonah kept or confined. Jonah's locker in time might be readily corrupted to Jones's locker. In time might be readily corrupted to Jones's locker, and Davy, a very common Welsh accompaniment of the equally Welsh name Jones.
So Davy was Welsh with Jones. So it was a kind of a two.
Derivation of the phrase having been forgotten. So basically what this is saying is Jonah turned into Jones, and
because of the relations of Jones, it turned into Davy. It sounds like it went hopscotch, went from here to here to here.
Yeah.
But you start talking about family and travel and all that, how names change with culture and how language changes.
Things get twisted, like with
Night Dawn. Love you, sis.
Like with the flag reference to Jolly Roger, the Jolly Rogue and things like that. The things change and get derived and twisted, and so it, being that a lot of the origin of the story comes from Welsh tradition and the Bible, and sailors are very what's the word I'm looking for? Superstitious.
Yeah.
They tie things together.
Yeah, you kind of leap from one to another,
yes.
but at least we're not leaping like a woman who marries a ghost.
They tied things together and they laughed and made up stories, and that's what it twisted into Davy Jones' locker.
Damon says Humpus is after the show. Dawn says good night. Tess, what about the barkeep who would lock up men that then sail them to ships?
Yes, I read that part of it too, that he would throw them in his locker, and then they would take them and press them onto ships.
Okay. Like they kind of did with the fourth one, what Blackbeard did, the Jack Sparrow drinking and threw him in, like they knocked him out. But I think the idea was that they were so drunk and press ganged them in the Blackbeard's crew. Feels like they kind of took the Davy Jones lore and put it into that. Brownie says devorations. Me making shit up. Damon, sailors speaking cursive. That is why the rum is gone. Why is the rum always gone?
Making stuff up, she's like things get passed down and they get twisted and stories.
I mean, it's like we were talking this we were talking this weekend when I was with my dad and my brother and my little sister, and we're talking about the family name on what my dad's father used to tell the story of what it was, and I started doing genealogy and family history, and I found it wasn't true. And when I tried to talk to my grandfather about that, the man was adamant. He's like, no, this is what it is. So I learned at that time, you do not say anything to the old man. You let him believe what he wants to believe. But I knew what the truth was. But it's still very...
Sailors are going to do similar things,
I just think it's the heritage and when stories get passed down.
Some guys are religious and they're going to take things from the Bible and twist them around and...
Well, they're also going to take... They're also going to take
ways.
A story that is going to be... momentous, I guess is the word. I mean, you hear what, like when my grandfather said he thought our family name was Garibaldi. Well, if you know about Italy and Garibaldi was a martyr who freed Italy and all this. So it was a big name there. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot when they're talking these stories, it's big. Yeah, you want to show your name. Watch me.
You want to tie yourself into famous people.
I'm important. Kind of like William Kidd.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I actually thought that was really neat and how it all combined together. The second part of the Captain Kidd ghost story. So apparently he's been seen until it was written down. Only the memory. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. And as we know, pirates.
No, as we know, anything before the 1900s.
Reading and writing was not their specialty.
I mean, and when you start bringing in immigrants into our, immigrants into USA and all that, which is what we're all mutts, and our family passing down tradition, and it's verbal tradition. And when you really start looking into the written tradition, there's some discrepancies. It happens. The Captain Kidd's ghost, the other part of that story, which was really, I thought was interesting. I really didn't realize that he had a couple. There was more than one ghost story.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was two.
He even had ghost stories?
Yeah, the one that I mentioned from 1825, and then the second one, which is ongoing. Like, I keep finding a lot of records of people talking about this. So his ghost has been seen in Trinity Churchyard in search of the grave he should have been buried in, is what the lore is. Trinity Churchyard, which is in New York.
Yeah,
because he was
church in New York.
Yeah, because he was taken
like
from
like
National Treasure. Yes, that one.
That train.
So he was taken from New York to Europe, and that's where he was hung and killed. But his family and everything, and where his wealth was in New York. So he was very religious and contributed his services to the building of the original Trinity Church. But he provided a winch to the lift stones. He provided winches to the lift stones to build a church steeple when the church was built around 1700. It was built around 1700, and he was hung May of 1701. So what's interesting is that Kidd was out to sea when all this was happening. You remember? Because he was out for a couple of years, and he was actually in jail in 1700 in New York. It's New York! Anyway,
New York.
When they were building the steeple. So while he was in jail in New York, they were building the steeple with the money and the wench that he donated.
How nice.
He was one of the most active parishioners of the Trinity Church. So there's a lot of haunted sightings down there apparently, and they do the ghost stories and all that. I didn't even know that either. And
I didn't either.
He's also reported.
I knew he was well known in New York and actually
He was well
liked.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
And well off.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the governor when he came back, who kind of was trying to save his own ass, politicians, I mean, he became a scapegoat. You got to go watch the episode 2 and 3 from this season when we talk about how he was a scapegoat. So words are hard for you. It's been a long several weeks. Leave me alone. And I'm not even drunk, which is so sad. So sad. It's just so tired. Too bad. So sad. He also is reported to be the guardian of the pedestal of the Statue of Liberty. It is framed by walls of the old Fort Wood at Liberty Island. I didn't really get too much into that. I don't that seemed like
Statue of Liberty was 1800s.
I know, which is why I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
It sounded like
I'm
bullshit.
bullshit
I call bullshit on it too. I wish I was off of work tomorrow too. I'm not off of work tomorrow. I gotta work tomorrow.
Who said that?
Brownie. In my head, I was like, wench. Wenches were donated. Oh, wenches were donated. That one letter, man. I'm tired. Yeah.
You guys are hilarious.
It was yeah. A winch. Now, damn it, Scarlett, you got me saying it. Winch with an I, not wench with an E.
Yeah, he donated wenches.
Hi, Christina. Welcome.
He donated wenches to the church.
Yeah, that whole
the wenches raised the steeple.
I bet they did.
Yeah, they made that steeple.
They made that steeple rise. That's for sure. Hey. They found their charity.
That's funny. Okay.
Oh, snap. I'm off. It's my anniversary. Happy anniversary, Sonny boy. Question: what do pirates dress up? Dress up for Halloween. Pirates.
We dress up as pirates.
At least we do.
It's silly.
We don't have anything else anymore. Although this year, and we actually didn't talk about it at all. We did something different with our front yard. It is not pirate related. Ballast actually has one more
kind of
decoration to put out there, and it's a tombstone that says pirate decorations.
It actually kind of,
I like it.
In my mind, inspired this episode because it's kind of a ghost theme. So,
it is. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Ghost
so
and
I
bows.
switched it up. I didn't make.
Don't worry, I got plenty of candy for the kids.
Any pirate decorations this year. So, we're still gonna dress up as pirates.
Wait a minute. Skeletons are always pirates, so you can never get away from that.
Yeah.
So
it'll be fun still. Cold but fun. It was funny because it was 85 degrees today, and tomorrow the high is 49.
Is the candy all in the pantry? I didn't even see it when I came in.
It is.
Your friends should just
and we have way more candy than we probably need. So
as the Goonies. Oh, that's a good idea. We should do that one year.
Other
costumes are too expensive. We already spent all our money on pirate gear. Right? We're invested, baby.
Yes. Really.
I spent.
We try and budget ourselves for Halloween.
I spent the same amount in candy this year I spent last year.
Yeah.
I went and look. I actually went and looked through our chat messages. I went look.
Candy.
Yeah. Well, I went and looked through our chat messages to find. I just looked up the word candy.
Do you actually research
how much I bought? Yeah, so I knew how much to buy because we went through almost all of it last year.
This is what happens at our house.
I'm our engineer. I do research. So I looked up when we talked last year about how much candy I bought. I saw how much money I spent on candy. I also saw what I had in my arms on candy. So I bought 3 bags from BJ's warehouse for the same amount of what I had spent. My favorite candy is Reese's, and that is not what I got because they were out and they had to put a substitution. And you know what? I'm okay with that. That means I'm not going to eat it.
Just bought our candy today.
Yeah, for tomorrow. And I'm going to be at work till almost 5. Somebody save me. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Mine? Ooh, I
like
a bit of honeys. I like
almond joys. Sometimes I like the nut. That went off. Reese's Ghost. I love Mr. Goodbar. Reese's. Oh, this is one.
I'm
Oh,
a bit of
snap.
honey guy.
Brownie Ghost. Oh, snap. Yeah, you know it happens.
All right.
So next week. I keep saying next week. We are not live next week. Saturday is our last live. We are doing season finale for season 9, episode 10 for season 9. And it is also our 100th episode of Pillage Overload. I cannot say it enough because it is huge that we hit 100 episodes. So $1,000 bar by the damn heart keeps getting in the way when I'm looking.
$100,000 bar.
Any chocolate and caramel. Tootsie Pops. Oh, I love Tootsie Pops too. Twizzlers. Gummy bears. I like the non-chocolate ones too. Anyway, sorry. Squirrel.
Yeah.
Saturday, November 4th.
Yes. At noon. We are going to be live from Cedar Key, Florida. We're going to do a giveaway for everybody who is signed up for our newsletter. If you have not decided part of our newsletter, email us at info@Parlay8. We'll send you the link. Go to our website. I'm pretty sure it's there. I'm actually pretty sure it's in the description of this video that says subscribe to our newsletter. We're positive.
We're positive about that. But come and watch us Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a lot of other pirates with us. You're going to see our friends. You're going to see our crewmates. You're going to see a lot of other vendors and people that we support. And just we're excited. And by the way, it's going to be like 40 degrees here, and we're going where it's warm. So that's where the best part is.
We're skipping out on the cold
We're skipping out on this.
That's coming tomorrow.
But come watch us. Cedar Key, our 100th episode, our season finale, season 9. Come join us. Come watch us. We'll talk about Cedar Key, introduce you to your crew, do the giveaway. We'll have Lady Red. She doesn't know it yet. She'll find out when I tell her later. And Black Powder, yes. And Ballast and I being able to run the cannons because we got Stumpy and Amity to be able to fire off together. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We had a lot of fun. Happy Halloween. Be safe tomorrow. And above all else, our favorite motto. MOTTO. Hashtag. Drink more rum. See you guys in a couple days. 5 days.